Good evening. Welcome to the Town of Abington Historic Preservation Review Board regular meeting. This is a citizen board appointed by the Town Council to interpret and uphold Abington's Historic Preservation Ordinance, which is Chapter 44, Section 2-4 of the Abington Zoning Ordinance that protects the Historic District of Abington, which has been designated the Old and Historic District, along with its contributing resources, including buildings, structures, and sites, from negative encroachment resulting from inappropriate construction, design, alterations, or demolitions. Our review process is guided by our design review guidelines, excuse me, which are based on the United States Secretary of Interior's standards for rehabilitation. Our aim on this board is to provide a positive bridge between the design review process and property owners seeking to make changes, working together through the natural partnership that exists between us for mutual good. The result will be to ensure Abington's historic district continues as a valuable asset and one that makes Abington a good place to live, work, and visit. We appreciate your interest and we encourage public participation in our meeting. Your comments are important to our decision-making process. Anyone addressing the board will approach the podium, identify your first and last name, and give your complete mailing address.
And now we just need Mrs. Pillion to read the form so she can be accepted into the meeting virtually.
Okay, is she on?
Should be. Might just be on a delay.
Okay. We're trying something new tonight. We have a few people absent, but we do have a video person join us.
I'm here. I'm just having a hard time hearing you.
Okay, would you like to read your proclamation or your whatever this? Lost her again. Or I can read it for her. Or
I'll do this here.
okay.
I can't pull that up for whatever reason. I'm so sorry.
Okay, I'll read it for you if that's okay. This is from Amanda
That's
Pillion.
perfect. Thank you so much.
Pursuant to the Code of Virginia, Chapter 37, Virginia Freedom of Information Act, and in accordance with the resolution of the Council endorsing an electronic meeting policy adopted on April 20th, 2020, I, Amanda Pillion, respectfully request to participate in the February 4th, 2026 Historic Preservation Review Board meeting by electronic means. I will be physically located in another location, and my request for remote attendance is due to a previously scheduled personal trip prior to the notice of this meeting. Sincerely, Amanda Pillion, member of the Historic Preservation Review Board.
Okay.
So, do we need to?
Nope.
No.
No, just,
Okay.
Now I'll just take
So,
roll.
Gabe, you do the roll call.
Yep. Mr. Boyd?
Here.
Mrs. Pillion?
Present.
Mrs. Hartshorn?
Present.
Mrs. White? Absent. And Mrs. Bunn? Absent.
At this time, we would normally approve minutes from our past meeting. However, we don't have a quorum of people who were in attendance at that meeting, so I'd like a motion to table those minutes until the next meeting.
So move.
We need a second.
Second.
Thank you.
Mr. Boyd?
Aye.
Mrs. Pillion?
Aye.
Mrs. Hartshorn?
Aye. Okay, we are going to start with, we have a couple certificates of appropriateness from Mark Hurt, and I'm going to let Gabe read it. And do we have somebody representing?
They should be coming, but if not, then you can just decide if they're applicable enough. Just to
Okay. All right.
So first COA is for 159 West Main Street. Request for a certificate of appropriateness for installation of non-illuminated freestanding signage. Mark Hurt, law firm applicant, Otis L. Hurt, estate owner, and Jerry Signs Incorporated representative have requested approval of a certificate of appropriateness for the following OHCOA eligible items. Install one 2-foot 8-inch by 1-foot 5.29-inch 3.84 square foot non-illuminated double-sided 1.5-inch thick HDU CNC carved freestanding sign within a 1-inch by 1/8-inch painted black steel frame wrapped around the freestanding sign. The freestanding sign will be hung from the existing painted black steel pole with painted black scroll bracket using a combination of painted black eye hooks and chain links as shown in the rendering submitted. Located at 159 West Main Street, and it's located in Subdistrict 1. Background, there is an existing non-illuminated freestanding sign approximately 4 square feet hung from a non-contributing painted black steel pole with painted black scroll bracket using a combination of eye hooks and chain links. As you can see here on the presentation, this is the existing one, and then the one to the right is their proposed one. Again, everything meets the design guidelines in terms of size.
Okay. And what is the reason we have to do this?
It is because their design changed and the colors changed and everything.
Okay. All right. Do we have any questions or comments on this from board members or anyone from the audience? Okay. Can we have a motion to approve? Or
I move we approve the application as presented.
I'll second.
Okay. Mr. Boyd?
Aye.
Mrs. Pillion?
Aye.
Mrs. Hartshorn?
Aye. Okay, that COA has passed. We will move on to COA number 2. Gabe wants to tell us about that.
So COA number 2 for 165 West Main Street, request for certificate of appropriateness for installation of non-illuminated freestanding signage. Mark Hurt Law Firm, applicant, Blue Ridge Holdings Incorporated owner, and Jerry Signs Incorporated representative have requested approval of a certificate of appropriateness for the following OH-COA eligible items. Install 1 2-foot 8-inch by 1-foot 5.29-inch 3.8 square foot non-illuminated double-sided 1.5-inch thick HDU CNC car freestanding sign within a 1-inch by 8-inch painted black steel frame wrapped around the freestanding sign. Install 1 2-foot 8-inch by 6.4-inch 1.42 square foot non-illuminated double-sided 1.5-inch thick HDU CNC carved freestanding sign within a 1-inch by 8-inch painted black steel frame wrapped around the freestanding sign. The freestanding signs will be hung from the existing painted black steel pole with painted black scroll bracket using a combination of painted black eye hooks and chain links as shown in the rendering submitted. Again, this is located at 165 West Main Street and is located in Subdistrict 1. There is an existing non-illuminated freestanding sign approximately 5 square feet hung from a non-contributing painted black steel pole with painted black scroll bracket using a combination of eye hooks and chain links. As you can see on the left-hand side, that is their existing sign, and on the right is their proposed sign. Again, you guys are just reviewing this because their colors and design changed in it. Originally, you did approve the existing sign to be bigger than 4 square foot because it was very minimal, and it was to distinguish the primary office from the secondary office. So
Okay.
nothing's really changing in terms of size.
Do we have any questions or comment about this COA? Board or from anyone out in the public? Okay, I'll entertain a motion then for COA number 2.
I move we approve the application as presented.
I'll second.
Mr. Boyd?
Aye.
Mrs. Pillion?
Aye.
Mrs. Hartshorn?
Aye. Okay, we'll move on to COA number 3.
Nope, one sec. Yep. COA number 3 for 159 East Valley Street is request for a certificate of appropriateness for installation of non-illuminated freestanding signage. ProSim Engineering applicant, KVAT Food Stores Incorporated owner, and Snyder Signs Incorporated representative have requested approval of a certificate of appropriateness for the following OH-COA eligible items. Install 1 2-foot 7-inch by 1-foot 7-inch 4.09 square foot non-illuminated double-sided HDU CNC carved with simulated wood grain freestanding sign. The freestanding sign will be hung from the existing painted white wooden pole with painted black scroll bracket using a combination of painted gray eye hooks and chain links as shown in the rendering submitted. Again, this is located at 159 East Valley Street and is located in Subdistrict 2. There is an existing non-illuminated freestanding sign structure where an approximately 4 square foot sign hung for a non-contributing painted white wooden pole with painted black steel scroll bracket. So I believe this was Eastman Credit Union's previous location, and it's just been vacant since they moved. Again, on your left-hand side here, you can see the wooden pole with the scroll bracket with no sign currently now, and then on The right, you'll see the proposed pro sim sign. The applicant is here if they would like to make any other additions to the staff report.
Would the applicant like to approach the podium? Just identify yourself and give your address, and we can get it in the minutes.
My name is Caitlin Trent. I'm with Prosum Engineering, and do I need to say my address as well?
What's your mailing address?
your
Pro Sim?
Mailing 240 Suncrest Street, Suite 4, Johnson City, Tennessee, 37615.
Okay, do you have anything to add to what Mr. Christopher
No,
said?
ma'am.
I have one question. So the handicap sign is going to be mounted like it shows in this picture? Is that a parking sign just going to go there? Or?
Yeah, that's just allowed to be there.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
there is, it's kind of a weird parking orientation where there is a spot there for it. and
Okay.
You still kind of did it. Now, they might take it down if they
Do
put
you
it
have
somewhere
any
else,
opinion
but-
on that?
We
Yeah,
have,
really
no,
good.
we have no opinion.
Oh, yeah. There really is a no review for that one.
Yeah, I just saw it on there. I just wanted to see if that
Yep.
was where it was going to actually be.
Yep.
Okay. And is that 4.02 okay?
4.0, yeah, it's minimal at that point if
Okay.
it goes a little bit over.
It's a little bit over our guidelines, but I
If
think
you
it's close.
approve like that, because it's really, if you just go by the main number, it's
Yeah,
4 square feet.
It hits the square footage, it's just a little bit, but I don't think that's an issue. Okay.
Okay.
Do we have any questions or comments? Okay, do we have a motion?
Was I missed a comment, was the pole being painted?
No, it's just gonna stay how it is. It's just an existing white painted pole, wooden post.
I move we approve the application as presented.
Do we have a second?
I'll send.
Mr. Boyd,
Aye.
Mrs. Pillion,
Aye.
Mr. Hartshorn.
Aye. Okay.
Thank you. We look forward to being part of the town of Abingdon. This is very
Welcome.
exciting. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, so moving on to the next one then?
So COA number 4 for 387 and 395 East Main Street, request for a certificate of appropriateness for exterior changes. James Bailey, applicant and Washington County Farm Bureau owner, have requested approval of a certificate of appropriateness for the following OH-COA eligible items. Remove existing painted gray wood diagonal siding. Remove existing wood-clad white vinyl south elevation 1/1 tripartite bay windows facing East Main Street. Remove existing painted red wood primary south elevation doors facing East Main Street. Remove existing black vinyl fixed louvered window shutters. Remove existing metal lantern sconces. Remove existing painted black steel post and painted black steel scroll bracket. Replace existing painted gray wood diagonal siding with a rock veneer as shown in the rendering submitted. The applicant also, when they come up, they also brought a sample for you to see. Replace existing painted gray wood diagonal siding with painted white LP lab board and batten siding as shown in the rendering submitted. Replace existing wood-clad white vinyl south elevation 1/1 tripartite bay windows with painted black aluminum frame commercial display windows as shown in the rendering submitted. Replace existing painted red wood primary south elevation doors with 32-inch wide unpainted steel frame glass double doors as shown in the rendering submitted. Replace existing black vinyl fixed louvered shutters with burgundy vinyl fixed raised panel window shutters as shown in the rendering submitted. Install recessed lighting with painted white casings and roof ceiling overhanging gray concrete sidewalk along primary south elevation. Relocate existing painted white steel frame freestanding sign structure with existing acrylic freestanding sign faces to previous painted black steel post and painted black scroll bracket location. Increase height of existing white vinyl fence between buildings to approximately 8 feet for security purposes. And repaint existing CMU block east elevation white to match existing. Again, this is located at 387 and 395 East Main Street. This building is part of where we expanded the historic district to include the 300 block and portion of the 400 block in approximately 2024. This is a non-contributing structure. So this is what it originally looked, this is what it looks like now. Their design, it has the stone base here with, it's gonna have board and batten lap siding And these windows here, they're going to be aluminum frame, painted black. I did mention to the applicants, and they can come up and comment once I'm finished. They were open to maybe not having the shutters there because according to the guidelines, we don't allow fixed shutters. In terms of the doors, everything's fine with that. The lighting, the sconces, again, are not original. They're not historic. So they're asking if they can remove those and replace them with recessed lighting that's above the kind of overhang here.
Okay.
And then repaint the white wall here. There's a metal sign approximately over here. The reason why they want to move this is because everybody keeps hitting it. So they want to remove that pole here and just move this to here so they can have another parking space, but also avoid people hitting it and either having an accident themselves or causing damage to the sign. So that's
How high is that fence currently?
It's like 4 feet, 6 feet.
You want to make it 8
It's like 4 feet.
between the buildings?
Yeah, between the buildings, approximately 4 feet, and they want to increase it to approximately 8 just for security purposes. This is the stone base right here, the board and batten. Here's the tripartite windows, the sconces. That's the existing kind of fencing or gate there.
Okay.
So really the things that don't meet the guidelines per se for this would be the shutters. If you ask the applicant, would you mind taking away the shutters and not putting them there since they'd be fixed and not operable, that's an option you can ask of them. Other than that, everything else is within the guidelines.
Including the stone?
The stone, yes.
Is in our guidelines? Okay.
Yeah.
The applicant, want to approach the podium and introduce yourself? And do you want to just come up here for a second?
I had a picture that shows that sign from the side angle.
Okay. Before we do that, just state your name for the.
My name
so she
is
can put
James
you in the
Bailey,
minutes.
and I'm representing the Washington County Board.
Okay. Is it okay to do all this in one batch? There's like 14 things, or do we have to go down through them one at a time?
You can do it all in one batch. Like I said, the only thing is the shutters is the only thing I mentioned to the applicant about you may have a question about.
Okay.
Other than that, everything else that they're doing in terms of the lighting too, because the lights are not historically
Okay.
they're not original, they don't have any integrity to them. The lighting is what we've seen too, so it's totally
Okay.
up to the board to allow that one as well.
All right. Before we look at your samples, do we have a question, Mr. Boyd?
Well, I think the point about the shutters is self-explanatory. And they're also vinyl, which is not permitted, even if the shutters were permitted. I had a question about the stone, the manufactured stone material. I didn't know if we'd ever had any of that used.
Mhm. So we've had it on, there was one on Valley Street for a retaining wall,
Right.
and they had a stone veneer applied to it too. That was also a non-contributing building. So if it was for a contributing building, the answer would be no. But because this is a non-contributing building,
Do you
Then
want to
there's
show
no
us your
flexibility.
samples?
Problem that we have, and the reason we want to go with a product like this is because you can tell at the bottom, those doors are weathered, the siding is weathered, and the way the water and rain comes off of that front, and of course, we're close to the road as well, and vehicle traffic, basically, we felt like that would protect the building better than just having a wooden type siding down at the ground.
Okay. Are you okay with not doing the shutters?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The only reason I drew them was in the guidelines that I had, to kind of like for it to stay the same,
Mhm.
but they're not
You don't need them.
appropriate to the window size.
Right.
The windows are not going to have those side lights on them now like they do in those pictures because those were those bay windows.
You'll
So
do the recess.
we prefer not to have the shade.
Okay. Do we have anything else that we needed to clear up?
no, everything else was within the guidelines for a non-contributing building.
Okay.
So if you wanted to make a motion that doesn't have the shutters in it, just say, we approve the COA as presented. with
I have
additional
one other
shutters."
item I want to
Okay.
mention.
All right, Mr. Boyd?
Gabe, could we bring up this
This picture,
photo? It's this close-up.
the close-up of this.
And
No, keep going.
it's the one there.
That one?
No,
One more. Nope, I guess we don't. It was the main one, but it was closer up in our,
It's just the same, it's just how it's printed, but it's.
can you zoom in on it any?
I can try.
this is
It won't
a
let me.
suggestion for, I guess, more for an aesthetic point than anything else. I assume that stone
Yes, sir.
material is not, you don't show it turning the corner.
What we have,
And usually when masonry material is used on a facade of a building, if you turn the corner with it a couple of feet or some amount, it doesn't look quite as sort of glued on.
true.
And if you were to consider doing that,
I've done a lot of stonework and I know exactly what you're talking about, and I'm in full agreement with that.
and this piece, this little bit of brick on the building next door kind of shows that turning a corner.
And then his fence is going to be up to here?
Yes,
So
that's
this-
one reason we want to, is kind of create a better visual barrier between the two buildings, because it's not really visible there, but there's brush and stuff that grows in there. We try to keep it cleaned down. We're kind of afraid folks might start wanting to sleep in there, so, yeah, we want to, we want to be good stewards of the entrance corridor and make it look as good as we possibly can, and we felt like it would look better if that panel were raised up and kind of
So
camouflage
this is-
that.
Do you have anything else for us to look at?
It's the same
This-
pictures
oh, okay.
that he has, that I had taken myself.
And you're not changing the guttering or anything?
No,
Okay.
there'd be no changes to the roof line. That roof is not very old. That was, I'm assuming, actually I said it's not very old. I've been on the Farm Bureau Board. This is my 10th year. And that roof had just been done before I came on the board. So it's about 10 years old, but that was before it was in the historical
Right.
district.
Right. Okay. All right. I don't have any other questions. Ms. Pillion, have any questions? Where she went?
Amanda, do you have anything else to add, or? It's probably fine. No, I would take your silence, no.
Okay. Well,
Okay, well, frozen.
lost her
I
again.
think she was gonna say she didn't have anything to add,
Okay.
because I heard didn't.
Maybe Amanda would like to make a motion.
I don't know where she went, but I can make it if you, I guess if she's not.
If you want to.
I mean, I'll go ahead and make it because we seem to have lost audio with her for the second. I move that we approve this with the two changes. One, that you're going to extend the brick to the sides of the building, and that you won't remove the shutter, or not replace the shutters, however you want to do that.
Stone.
No, I'm also talking about the shutters. Oh, the brick, I meant to say stone, not brick.
I was going to ask you to
Yeah,
clarify that.
sorry about that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
looking at the brick and.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that would be, pretty much cover all of the items that we were discussing, because the lighting, I think, is part of this, and we're okay with the recessed lighting
Yeah, for a non-contributing building.
for non-contributing. And
Okay.
I'm glad you are a part of our historic district now.
So just to clarify, to make sure I've got the motion correct.
Yes.
I've got, all things are approved as presented with the condition that the shutters be excluded from their final design
Yeah,
and the stone be turned down on the side a little bit.
Okay.
Is that correct?
yes,
Okay.
Second motion.
yeah,
Oh, so I have a motion by
yeah.
Mrs. Hartshorn, second by Payne.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Boyd,
Aye.
Mrs. Pillion,
Aye.
Mrs. Hartshorn.
Aye. Okay, all right.
Thank you all very
You're
much for
welcome.
your time. I didn't recognize you. I'm the one that did Kyle Maceyon's house, 142 East Main.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I said I've got a lot of experience with stonework, and you know what I mean about that.
That was a little while ago.
That's been a while ago. I'm sorry I didn't recognize
Oh,
you.
well, that's no problem. Thank you.
Okay, now moving on to COA number 5.
Yep.
All right, Remsburg Drive.
So COA number 5, 100 Remsburg Drive, request for certificate of appropriateness for exterior changes. The town of Abingdon, applicants as owner have requested approval of certificate of appropriateness for the following OHCOA eligible items. Allow a heating system consisting of various metal components with unpainted exhaust protruding and extending through the existing painted green steel standing seam roof cladding without ribs or striations. You can see them here. Those are the 2 exhausts. Frame the 4 existing painted green wooden posts as identified in the staff report to match the existing painted green wooden columns in material, design, and appearance. Install wood core clad in painted black aluminum transom windows as identified in the staff report according to the specifications provided. Install painted green wooden lintels directly below the rectangular transom windows with wood core clad in painted black aluminum as identified in the staff report. Install wood core clad in painted black aluminum bifolding doors as identified in the staff report. And again, this is located at 100 Remsburg Drive. The background is the Abingdon Farmers Market building was constructed in 2007 and is a non-contributing resource. Just to go through the options here, again, that's the heating system exhausts. This is just a view of the farmers market as it is. So these are on the western section, so if you're going to go down towards Mamma Mia's and the train station and everything, these 4 highlighted posts will be framed out to match these pillars right here. So the majority of the pillars, so they all match. Same thing for the ones facing the visitor center, the Fields Penthouse. Those will be framed out to match the columns on their either side. This door will go in the center bay of the facing, like going down towards the train station and everything. Here's the transom window up top. There will be a wooden beam between them, a lintel that will be painted the same color green to match the frame of the farmer's market. Here's the doors. Again, they're aluminum, painted black. The interior of one section, again, same design. It'll just be a bigger opening. Same thing here. Same thing here for facing towards the visitor center. Here's a link just to show you what they would look like. Since I know my drawing's pretty good, but the video will show it here. And so that's pretty much what they'll be. They're just folding doors. And so the point is...
So they're not white?
No, they'll be black.
I mean, they'll be glass.
Yeah, they'll be full glass. The frame itself will just be black aluminum.
Okay.
And then you can open them up from there.
Okay.
So, and then that's all I have. If there's any comments, questions for me, or our economic development specialist, Isaiah Thomas, is here to answer any questions you may have also.
Do you have any questions?
I do. I don't understand this.
The reasoning behind it, or
Well, both. Where is the heating equipment?
so it's a radiant tube heater. It runs down the center of both wings of the farmer's market, essentially between where those ceiling fans are. If you go in there now, there's a radiant tube heater that runs their 200,000 BTU radiant tube heater. Just essentially the whole point of it is to knock the chill off. It's really not supposed to heat the farmer's market, but when you close down the aprons that are out there right now, the vinyl aprons, and then you close those doors on the end, and then put the tube heaters in there, instead of it being -2, it'll be a nice warm 40 degrees in there.
I haven't been in there a while, so I guess I hadn't seen the radiant heat.
Here's where you can see a little bit more paint here.
Well, it was recent. They haven't. Yeah, you can see in that what's reflecting that shiny that's going on center. But
What do the stacks have to do with the radiant heat?
they have to be vented. So just like a normal.
Mechanically vented?
No, they're just. It's a normal, like a normal gas furnace. It's just essentially a chimney, but we call them vents. But yeah, they go out the end.
And then why the doors?
So when you have both those bays next to the pillars there, you can see at the top they have those vinyl doors. The center doors don't have vinyl doors. They stay open. So when you have, especially in the springtime, when a wind whips through, those main stalls stay open because there's no way to, you have to have an egress point, and just tears those vinyl panels to pieces because the wind's written down the middle. The only way to prevent that is to put a door there, and you can't put the vinyl curtains there because of accessibility reasons, because not everybody has the ability to push through a vinyl curtain like I do standing. So we had to put, what we're trying to figure out is how to put accessible doors that meet the Virginia's building code accessibility laws, but also aren't permanently there. And the only way to really efficiently do that, the only other option was to do glass garage doors. We just didn't really like the look of them, and they were 3 times as expensive as these. So
Did these disappear?
they push to the side, so they're always going to be there, but in the summertime they're going to be like an accordion to the side.
Well, if there are only 4 panels, is it 2 and 2, or do they all go to one?
They all go to one side. Yeah.
And then how many sets of these doors are there? There's the one at the, facing the visitor center.
Yep. There's 2. There's a door on each end, so 4 doors, 2 on each bay. I guess you'd call it the farmers market. Each wing of the farmers market.
Well, this, I don't
It
know,
looks like there's 3.
I don't understand how this photo in the sort of central portion relates to the doors facing the stairs.
So there's this one facing down. So just think of it as the 2 outer portions of the bays
Right?
are getting, or the wings are getting the door. So this one's facing, the outer portion's facing down Rimsburg. This is the inner portion of that west-facing wing.
What, you're saying that's the same set of doors?
No, that's a different
That's a
set.
different set. So that's the second set of doors. This is on the interior of the.
You're looking at you'll be standing where the stage is normally. If you've ever seen when we have concert events out there,
So
it's in that center stalls where you're looking
So
at.
one set of doors will be here, one set of doors will be right here, another set will be right here, and then another set will be in
Okay.
the
So
center.
there are
bay
4
right
sets.
there.
Can
Four
you go
sets.
back to the middle picture for a minute? No, the next
Oh,
one. No,
I'm sorry. That one?
no, the next one. What is that black stuff up there, tied up at the top?
So
That's the vinyl curtain.
That comes, currently, that's what you
Yeah.
push down? Is that
So-
going to take, you're taking that off? or
We'll
something?
move it over to the one to the left.
Okay. Do we have to approve that or no?
No, you just have to approve the doors because that's just, you're just moving stuff in.
And the only reason we're moving them is because there's not enough room where that utility closet is behind it. If there's not enough room for the doors to actually push up against that, so we're just moving the vinyl curtain over and changing the walk path.
And the transom is stationary?
Yeah, we put that in because those doors are already massive, so that's just to help fill that gap up and it not to just be a void of.
Is there something between the transom and the top of the doors? Is
We'll
it
have to
just-
put a header in.
You're going to put a header in?
Yeah, for
Paint
something. There's a
frame?
track on those, so there'll be a track that that's attached to.
And is that transom, has glazing in it? It's glass.
Yeah, they're all glazed.
I think the confusion to me is that white is like thinking, why
Yeah.
are you painting it white?
It looks opaque. when you're
Yeah,
looking at here.
but
yeah.
it's glass. Okay.
Yeah, that's the only reason why. They're full glass windows, they
Yeah.
just have like a black frame around them. And then that green beam will be going in as a lentil, but it also kind of keeps the same architectural feel, paint scheme as the farmer's market. So we're trying to blend, this is a 2007 building, so it's not driven, but trying to make it
I can't believe it's that
still
old.
blend in.
I'm
It was
shocked.
quick.
I mean, that went by fast. All right, Amanda, do you have anything to say? I can't, she disappeared again. She's, have any comments from the public out there? I guess we're ready to make a motion then. You'd like to?
No, I don't have any question.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, there's a terrible delay.
Go ahead, Pete.
You can go ahead, she's on a delay.
She started saying something that didn't get
She
finished.
just said there was a delay. What we're saying, she can't hear.
Oh, okay. I move we approve the application as presented.
A second.
Mr. Boyd?
Aye.
Mrs. Pillion?
Aye.
Mrs. Hartshorn?
Aye. All right, and then we have one more.
And COA number 6 for tax map number 019-2-15, request for certificate of permits for site changes. Town of Abington applicant/owner have requested approval of a certificate of permits for the following OH COA eligible items. create curbless vegetative buffers along the right-hand side when entering the Creeper Trail parking lot and between the existing Creeper Trail parking lot and Green Spring Road as identified in the staff report. Install 4-foot natural wood split rail fencing as identified in the staff report. Reorient existing Creeper Trail parking lot to include parking spaces designated with a gray concrete wheel stop and interior vegetative islands with natural wood railroad tie curbing as identified in the staff report. Eliminate all unnecessary signage and relocate Creeper Trail parking lot's freestanding sign as identified in the staff report, and remove all raw natural wood railroad tie wheel stops used for parking space identification. And surfacing material used for Creeper Trail parking lot will remain gray gravel. And again, this is located in the Subdistrict 2. And again, the current use is just the parking lot for the Creeper Trail. So as you can see here, we're going to change up the orientation of how people move through the parking lot. You'll just come through one entrance here instead of having this all be open. One, that's for safety purposes to make sure nobody's having to look multiple ways of where people can come out. There's already an existing on-grade vegetative buffer here. So again, just sprucing up a little bit, making it look a little bit better. There'll be this green vegetative buffer here, a concrete pad here to make sure people can still use the crosswalk here to get to the Creeper Trail. There will be 3 parking islands in here, as you see. The orientation of these and the parking might change a little bit just because we're working with the railroad to make sure everything lines up perfectly. But overall, there will be 3 parking islands and parking stalls designated with the gray concrete stop. And then here's that other strip of landscaping that will go along the entrance. And then this red line here is the split rail fence that you'll see here. And that matches the fence that's also on the other side of the parking lot along here. So we're trying to make it seem
Is there
seamless.
any landscaping in that red area, or is it just a fence?
In this area?
Yeah.
So that's where there's utility
Okay.
equipment, and we can't move that. And then in this area, it's just concrete stuff from the railroad, and we can't take that out.
And the gray speckled, is that still gravel, or is that?
This right here, that's gravel.
Gravel.
So that it's already gravel there.
Yeah.
It's just showing you here's the surfacing material. The darker gray is just to signify that that's the parking stalls. Again, the orientation of them might change. The landscape, the planting islands, the interior planting islands might change because we're working with the railroad to figure out the best orientation. But overall, this will be.
So
pretty
will
much
the
same
parking
thing.
stalls be marked, or how are they going to be?
Just with the concrete stop.
Concrete
because
stoppers.
because you really can't paint it when it's gravel because
Right.
everybody's going to be driving in there.
Yeah.
So really, the concrete wheel stops will be the designation for the parking stalls.
Have they thought about making any of those spots double in case someone comes with a trailer or something, that because those spots look like they're for cars?
So we could do that too, and that's something we're thinking about. We also are going to have spots for the shuttles to go in. So around this area where we have the Creeper Trail shuttles happening,
Right.
they'll be in here too. This is just to give you an idea of here's what it's going to look like. Here's the
Yeah,
materials
I mean,
we're
because
gonna
right
use.
now it's kind of a mess. People just park anywhere.
Yeah,
and-
so this is meant to bring some design to it, where
Okay.
it's just an open parking lot now. We're trying to make sure that this is, again, the Creeper Trail is one of our major attractions. It deserves a good parking lot where people can come.
I guess you get more spots this way, too.
Yeah, but I would like to consider some bigger spots, because I go by there all the time, and there's big trailers parked there, and sideways and stuff, because they don't have a big enough area. So you
Yeah,
might wanna
and that's something we can definitely
look at that.
look into too.
You know, church vans and stuff with trailers on the back come up there all the time.
So,
Okay. Does anyone have any questions? Amanda, do you have any questions on that? I think she does. Byram, did you have anything? Okay. Is there any? Peyton, you got anything to say?
Nope.
All right, well, I'm going to make a motion that we just approve it, and with the flexibility of the town engineers, I guess whoever's doing this, to figure out exactly what the configuration is. Is that okay?
yep, sounds good.
It looks like you might want to change a few things around, but overall, the design, to approve the design.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay. Mr. Boyd,
Aye.
Mrs. Pillion,
Aye.
Mrs. Hartshorn.
Aye.
Okay. And the only things for items on the agenda, just to let you guys know, You guys have already maybe received them. The annual letters, mail out just went to say, hey, welcome to the Old Historic District. Here's the process.
Yeah.
Pretty much haven't had any of them returned back. The only ones that we have that we knew were vacant properties, so there wasn't any issue with that. The other one is we've finalized some of the speakers for Preservation Day. Mary Ruffin, she will be talking about how we updated our nominations and how maybe people could look into nominating their own properties as well if they're interested for the National Register. Still looking for a window person just to make sure of that. Carolyn, I can't say her last name, but she's also confirmed to be a speaker for the state tax credit program, like how we had 2 years ago, since we have so many people ask about it. So she's coming to do a presentation on that. And then for DHR, for the cemetery, I've confirmed they are free to come and do a presentation
And
on
this is May the
May the 1st.
1st.
And we will be sending out a mailer to all CLGs, our fellow CLGs and all property owners and everybody else. We're going to send them a postcard.
Okay.
It's just an invitation, save the date. But then other letters, like we do every year, will be sent out as well.
And will we be having it at the Martha? Or
That's the
here?
plan. I'm working on that now.
Okay.
But that and then have lunch and everything at retirement. If you come, you might be able to get a peek inside, see how we're doing with the renovations.
Okay.
So
Any
everything's going
questions on
good.
that? Everybody excited about that?
Yep.
I forget, because it's our 4th year to do it, or?
4th year.
Yeah.
What was that, Amanda? Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, if that's it, then I guess I had one more thing. I wanted to ask about how the plaque project was coming along.
So the grant has been closed out. They will be
Okay.
installed in springtime.
Okay.
Because as of right now, with the ice and snow and cold weather, it's not best to be nailing into brick and mortar and wood when we've got all these harsh conditions. So in the springtime, that's when they'll be installed.
And how about our guideline reviews? How are we doing?
I have to touch base with Kilmer, but then I'll let you know.
Okay. All right. We have anything else? We'll have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a
I'll
motion.
make a
motion to adjourn.
Second,
Mr. Boyd?
aye.
Mrs. Pillion?
Aye.
Mr. Hartshorn?
Aye.
Okay, we're adjourned.
All right.